Saman and Adi are school friends living in a small Indonesian village. Like many kids of their age, they are naughty and mischievous. The boys' teacher Mrs. Waro is constantly telling them off for being late for class. One day, during an evening prayer, Saman and Adi wish death upon Mrs. Waro. Short time after the fatal request, Mrs. Waro dies. Her untimely passing triggers a series of mysterious events that turn the boys' lives into a living hell. Over the last couple of years, Netflix has made a series of questionable choices. But despite all the controversy surrounding the streaming giant, it has one weighty advantage that offsets all negativity. Netflix has a major focus on non-Hollywood films. And while the key motivation behind this strategy is money, its effect is undeniable. With Netflix, good to middling projects filmed outside the US, Great Britain, France, and other cinematic hubs stand a better chance at finding their way to the viewer. This is especially true for horrors and thrillers, seeing that the South Korean series Squid Game is still holding the title of the most watched show in Netflix history. It's safe to say that the world knew nothing of the Indonesian cinema until the early 2010s. The breakthrough happened in 2011, with the release of The Raid that made the Indonesian fighting style pencak silat wildly popular overnight. The movie became a springboard for director Gareth Evans and actors Iko Uwais and Joe Taslim, who later pursued careers in Hollywood. The 2020s have all chances to become the decade of Indonesian horrors. Last year, for example, a horror Satan's Slaves 2 got raving reviews from fans. The year 2023 brought us a mystical horror Waktu Maghrib that was inspired by an amateur short film on YouTube. If you consider yourself a hardcore fan of the genre, Waktu Maghrib will hardly impress you. Simplistic visuals and subpar editing are not making the situation any better. At the same time, the movie surely has its share of advantages that include smartly implemented genre techniques, blood-chilling atmosphere, and exotic Asian vibe. You've probably seen a whole bunch of demon possession horrors in the context of Christian religion. Waktu Maghrib, however, explores this topic within the Islamic realm, which gives a vital touch of newness to the film. On top of that, the film has a rather interesting plot structure. It takes you a while to figure out the central character. A plot structure like this betrays the creator's lack of experience. However, at some point, it stops feeling like a flaw and becomes a unique signature feature. It's a minor imperfection that, rather than driving the audience away, adds a peculiar charm to the film, making it stand out.